Come on in the room. Come on, best friends. Come on in the room. Come one, come all, come big, come small. Y'all come on in the room. Come on in. The notification should be going out to all of the boys and girls across the land. To all of the boys and the girls across the land. It should be going out. Hey, best friends. For those of you guys who have no idea who I am or where you found yourself, I am Candy Sincerity Johnson. I help people in a number of ways. I help people with their finances. I help people with the spiritual walk. I help people in a number of ways. I used to have an introduction, but I think as time goes on, as people continue to pour into me and I pour into them, I'm learning that what I do cannot be boxed, Let me bring the camera down a little bit because I feel like it's a little high. What I do and who I do it for cannot be placed in a box. So I used to have a long little introduction on what I used to say and how I used to introduce myself to people, but I'll just say I'm Candy Sincerity Johnson and the rest you'll have to find out, okay? Hey, Miss Mika, Miss Shirley, Miss Wendy, Miss Jacqueline, Miss Cherie, Cynthia. Hey, Sugar. Miss Lynn Collier, Miss Stephanie, Sandra, Marlena, all of the best friends. Hey, Miss Detricia. I can't. Miss D. Hey, Miss D. Hey, all of the best friends that are coming in. Shout out to all of you guys. It's so very good to see you. Listen, I titled this video, Where's Our Friend? Where is our best friend, girl? Where's our best friend? So, baby, I had a day. So if I may, y'all tell me if it's okay if we have a little story time. A little story time, A little story time on today. She said, you can call me Dee Dee. Okay, so we're going to stop with Dee Dee. We're going to start with Dee Dee. So if we may, best friends, if we may have a little story time on today. So, excuse me. I had a good day today. My day started off very early. And I had an appointment over at the local hospital where I had to go over there for a chest x-ray. And my asthma doctor also sent me over there for a pulmonary test. Long story short, they want to test my lung capacity and they wanted me to do different exercises as it relates to my asthma. So I get there and I'm enjoying my time because I was there for roughly about an hour and a half. So I enjoyed my time with the lady that I met there that did my pulmonary test. And everybody was really, really nice. So I get over to the mall, which was my second stop. So I had to go to the mall after I left from, being over there with the test. Excuse me. So best friends, I get over to the mall. When I get over to the mall, I was going because I needed my eyebrows done. So I was going to meet my lady that y'all always hear me talk about. She thread my eyebrows and she removes, the whiskers upon me neck, girl, because they're very unsightly. Okay. So she takes care of, my facial features, if you will. Okay. So as I'm walking in the mall, best friends, I could see an older lady kind of looking a little bit confused. She had a bag in her hand. She had some keys in her hand. And I could see her kind of doing this in the parking lot of the mall. So I was very intentional about how I approached her. So I walked towards her, a little bit slowly. And I said, good afternoon, ma'am. Can I help you? I said, can I help you? You look like you're searching for your vehicle. So she says, yes. And I said, do I have your permission to approach you? Because I didn't want to startle her. You don't know me. I don't know you. Okay. We have to be honest. This is 2023. Everybody who smile and grin ain't saved. Okay. Let's start there. So best friend. So I walked towards her with her permission. I walked towards her and I said, are you okay? I said, you seem to have misplaced your vehicle or, what's going on? So she proceeds to tell me, she said, baby, I've battled cancer. I've had a stroke. I don't know. I know who I am, but I don't know where I am. I came out here and my son said, mama, maybe you shouldn't be driving anymore. And he said, you know, if you need to run some errands, I'll take you, right? So he said, perhaps I probably shouldn't be, she said, perhaps I probably shouldn't be, you know, driving and stuff, but I just wanted to come out here and run a couple errands and pick up a few things. So now that I'm ready to leave and go home, I can't find my car. I said, oh, it's okay. I said, well, ma'am, probably about 22 or 24 years ago or so, when I was 16, I don't know, my math ain't mathing. But when I was 16 years old, I used to work in this mall over at JCPenney. I said, so what we typically would do in situations like this is we would flag down security, okay? We would typically take you inside, you know, get you with some folks. And then what we'll do is we'll flag down security. And what security will help you do is locate your vehicle. That way, a security guard, you don't have to worry about going in and out of these doors, walking, you know, because you seemingly, maybe you a little bit tired and you know, you've been walking a little much. I said, so this way we can get you some help and some resources. So best friends, as I'm walking our best friend to the door, we're talking and she was like, oh my God, I will say this. I don't meet young people like you very often. I said, well, that's very much so a compliment. I said, you know, hopefully, you know, God will send more people like me your way, you know, if you've enjoyed our conversation or our time together. And so she said, God. I said, yes, ma'am, God. And so then I said, I feel in my spirit that God has a greater assignment for you. And she said, really? I said, yes. I said, it's no mystery that God kept you through the cancer, through the stroke, through the things that you've already mentioned to me. And I said, God has a lot, you know, in store for you in the near future. And so she just stopped. So we're walking now, best friends. We through the doors and we're inside the mall. She stopped and she said, that's interesting. She said, because I stopped going to church, you know, a few years ago when I got sick. I said, that's okay. I said, I don't go to church either. And she said, really? She said, well, somebody told me a long time ago that church is the building, but God is within you. And I said, yeah, of course. So she proceeds to tell me that, best friend, she was a member of this church. She didn't tell me what church because I really wanted to know. Okay. She said she was a member of this church. She said, and the church, the pastor sent her a letter, a certified letter, girl. Sent her a certified letter, girl, when she was sick and couldn't make it to church and said, I understand, sister blank, that you've been sick. But just because you can't physically come to church, don't forget your tide's supposed to still be here. I said, best friend, he said, what? The pastor said, what? She said, girl, she said, you looking how I was looking. She said, the old me wanted to pick up the phone and call him and cuss him out because this wasn't no canned letter that they just send out when people have missed a few Sundays and, you know, you just sending out mail or whatever the case may be. She said, this wasn't that kind of letter. She said, sus, the letter had my first and last name in it, and the letter referenced me about 3 times by name in the body of the letter. I said, he did what? I said, it must be a real tiny church where he might not have, maybe they wasn't gonna make the mortgage payment without your little money or whatever, your little Social Security money that you was sending over there. I said, he said what? So best friends, long story short, I was on my way to my eyebrow lady and I was trying to get our best friend some help. I was trying to get her with security. So she proceeds to, she thanked me because I told her, I said, I'm going to keep you in my thoughts and prayers and God got more for you. And I really was just spending time with her, pouring into her. Okay. So she told me, she said, I'm going to sit right here. So now, best friends, we're through the entrance of the mall and we're in the middle part. You know how most malls have that middle part where you can go this way, you can go that way, you can go this way, or you can go back there. And it's stores in all 4 directions, right? So she's sitting in that middle part. Now she done took a seat and she's sitting in that middle part. So now she a little winded or whatever. But she was like, I'm going to just sit here for about 2 minutes, catch my breath, and then I'm going to keep going. So I told her, I said, well, best friend, I didn't call her best friend. I said, well, ma'am, it only takes my eyebrow girl 10 minutes to, touch up my eyebrows. I said, when I called her, she didn't have anybody in the chair. So I can literally be in and out in 10 minutes. I said, if you would just give me just 10 minutes of your time, it would make me feel much better to partner you with security. That way, I can know that you're safe, if that makes sense. It's just going to make me feel much better. So she said, okay. I said, you promise? I said, ma'am, I said, it's going to break my heart if I come out of this store. It's going to break my heart if I come out of this store and you don't walked off. I said, because then I'm going to wonder what happened, right? So she tells me, she says, okay, yeah. She said, yeah, baby, I'm going to be right here. Best friend. I walk in the eyebrow place. The lady, it probably took her 8 minutes. Eyebrows, chin, everything, girl, in and out. I'm just as happy as I want to be. I walk over to the area where we left our best friend. Okay. I walk over to the area and I'm looking around and I start to panic. Best friends. I start to panic as if Kennedy and Caleb was 1 year old and it's Christmas Eve and they had broke loose of my hand and I couldn't find them in Macy's. I started to panic. So I'm looking around for best friend. Girl, I'm walking the mall. Girl, at this point, am on the phone with Averill, girl, driving around the parking lot looking for best friend. Don't you know I couldn't find her? So Averill tells me, she said, girl, I should call her. She said, and you don't think you called? You don't think you called to something? You don't think you got a calling on you? I said, girl, I ain't say I didn't have a calling. I'm just trying to figure out what it is, girl. I know I'm not the mall ministry, girl. I don't know. And so Averill proceeds to say, girl, you seem to find God and God seems to find you everywhere you go, girl. Everywhere you go. Girl, I'm looking for best friend. So I said all that to say, y'all, I don't know what happened. I don't know how it played out. I don't know if she ever found her car. I don't know if she found that trusted source that was going to lead and guide her to where she needed to be. I don't know if best friend made it home safe. You see what I'm saying? But it's so natural for me to do stuff like that. I've always done stuff like that. Because when I looked at her, I saw what could have been my grandmother. You understand what I'm saying? My prayer and my plea is that I put and sow good seeds in the ground. So that if somebody runs into a Miss Barbara or a Miss Helen in the mall and they need help, they need guidance, they need assistance or a walk to their car or somebody to come to their rescue, my prayer is that I put good seed in the ground so that somebody will fill the void. You see what I'm saying? Her son would have been there for her. She referenced her son in the conversation. She called his name being Ray, right? In my mind, I don't know Ray, but in my mind, if Ray was there with his mother, Ray would have made sure his mother got where she needed to go and was protected along the way. We can't be everywhere with the people that we love, but sometimes it's all about putting good seeds in the ground. See, this thing called karma, girl, she come back, girl. When she spin the block, as my friends say, when she spin the block hard. But sometimes there's a thing as good, you can put good seeds in the ground so that when she spin the block, you reaping good, good things. But sometimes you can put bad seeds in the ground or you could be careless. Some people would have seen that lady and been like, I don't know her. Maybe she looking for, the car where her daughter sitting or something like that. A lot of people would have just carried on with their day. They wouldn't have bothered her, but a lot of people would have just carried on with their day. You understand what I'm saying? And so it's all about Community. And community, I'm learning in my old age now. I'm calling 40 my old age. Girl, I'm learning as I wisen up a little bit, or as my ears become more fine-tuned. I'm learning that community is not just the people who show up online. Our best friend don't have no Facebook. I don't even think our best friend, she might not have had a cell phone. I don't know. What I seen in her hand, what I seen in best friend's hand was a bag where she had just purchased something inside the mall. I seen a couple of papers, and she had her keys. I didn't see a phone. But that don't make her any less of a best friend. You see what I'm saying? I seen one of our sisters in need. And I was like, hey, come here. You know, what, you know, can we, you know, whatever. And I think because she was a woman and I was a woman, her guard kind of went down. If I was a man, or if I was, you know, whatever, she probably wouldn't have felt as comfortable. You know, I don't know. But yeah, that was my experience for the day. So all day, throughout the course of the day, different things have happened. I had a really good day, but I've been thinking about her. I've been thinking about best friend. Like, whatever happened? And is she experiencing early signs of dementia? Where, you know, her and I had a conversation, and within the twinkling of an eye, she forgot about what she promised me. And she carried on with her day. You know, you always hear stories about that. You hear stories about that. You know, I don't know. But I thought about her a lot. So yeah. So I don't know. What are y'all talking about? One of the best friends said it's a church where they have to show your W-2 form. You got to show W-2s. They got to show your W-2 form. Who W-2? Girl, I would tell the pastor, you go first. You go first. You go first. See, that's what I'm saying. See, I'm not one of those people, and I'm not trying to talk about nobody. All I can do is call a spade a spade. I'm not one of those people that is excited about material things. Basic people are excited about basic things. I don't get excited about labels. I don't get excited about, you know, people, pastors and people of influence driving these fancy luxury cars. Do I feel like they should have access to the finer things in life? Absolutely, I do. But to me, the judgment of a leader, an effective leader, is not how fancy your clothes are or your wife's clothes are or the car that you drive or the size house that you live in. Is how are you coaching, mentoring, leading, and guiding your flock to go and elevate with you, right? So if you started from the bottom, now you're here, and you started on level 1, right? But you got your credit together, and you cleaned up your credit, and you got out of debt, and you started saving money, and then eventually you learned about investments. Excuse me. And maybe you got into stock, and you got into real estate, and you started doing all of these things, and you went from making 6 figures in 10 years to maybe now you make, you know, then you started making 6 figures in a year. Then you started making 6 figures in a month. Okay, well, it's cute that you did that as a pastor or as a leader, but show the people how to do it. Show the people how to do it. Get receipts. That's how you win souls. Y'all looking for the secret. You trying to figure out how we can get more people in the church. How can you get more people in the church? Here's the answer. The answer is easy. The answer is easy. How do the trainers get more people in the gym? They show weight loss results, How do people who do financial coaching or business coaching get more clients? They show, hey, I took this couple that was deep in debt and then they started off here, but now they're here. Or the business coach like me. Hey, I took this business from here to here. Look, go over there. You can see the results. You can talk to them, whatever. This is exactly what the church has to do in this season. We live in a day and age of pretend, okay? We live in a day and age of pretend. In order for more people to trust you and trust what comes out of your mouth and trust that they can just be vulnerable to you and they won't group you with what everybody else is doing, just doing stuff for likes and views and or money, right? Then in order for you to get the people, right, the attention of the people want to see results. The people want to see results. You need some more before and after stories. We need some churches that's actually getting people results. Because it's not cute. It's not cute for us to just see, God has been good to you. Well, I guess so. You got, 10,000 grandmama Social Security Social Security checks. You see what I'm saying? Your flock is 10,000 people and you're getting 10,000 Social Security checks, 10% of 10,000 Social Security checks. I guess God have been good to you. It ain't nothing wrong with you getting it, but how are you helping those people get to where you are, right? How are you helping people get out of debt or do whatever they need to do to get to the next level? It's all about the transformation process. So that's what people are missing. That's what people are hungry for. And so because people are hungry for it and they're not seeing the results, thank you for the stars. Thank you, best friend, for the stars. Excuse me. Thank you for the stars. Thank you for your stars. Thank you for the stars. Thank you for the stars. Yes, Miss Cynthia. So, because people are hungry for it. People are hungry all across this country. Girl, black people, white people, Hispanic people, Asian people, men are hungry, women are hungry, children are hungry. Everybody is hungry for more. They want more. They want more. People are looking for more. And they're looking any and everywhere they can find it. And if they can't find it in the traditional places, then they're looking online and they're looking for communities to be a part of. And people are looking for communities to join up with is because they understand that there's value in relationship. There's value in people coming together collectively with the same thought process and the same mind frame to get to the next level. And people are finding these communities and they're doing it in non-traditional ways. And so we got to get to the point where if we're not adding more value than we're asking for, then the people are going to stop. They're going to stop. But what I found very interesting is this lady was an older lady. And when I was younger growing up, you didn't see that often. You didn't see, and I can only speak to my experience, right? Because I'm a black woman, I was raised by black women, I grew up around black women, so I know black women, right? It's embedded in us from birth that you have a very strong connection and affinity or a relationship with God, with your church, with your religious affiliation. If you're Christian, with your religious affiliation, if you're Muslim. So whether you grew up Christian or Muslim, whatever your faith was that your family was the basis of, you grew up with that, right? And so you very rarely would see the older black woman who's like, girl, I left the church. You very rarely see that. So I was like, huh? When best friend said, I said, huh? But yeah, I was like, wow, right? Wow. Yeah. Thank you, Miss Dana. Thank you, Dana. Thank you for the stars. Thank you for the stars. Thank you for the stars. Yeah. Miss Cynthia said how to create generational wealth for generations to come. Exactly. I was listening to a video by Bishop T.D. Jakes earlier. So I was in the car when I was on my way to my test, my asthma test. So when I was on my way to my asthma test, I was listening to him on YouTube. And he said, the world know me for preaching, right? The world know me as a pastor. But he said, what if my kids don't have the gift of speech? What if my kids are not good at speaking? it would be silly of me to assume that my kids will be able to pick up where I left off and still get the same results that I did. I'm able to get results because this is what he's saying. He's saying I'm able to get results because this is essentially what I've done all my life, right? Like this is essentially what I was called to do. But my kids may not have been called to do that. So it would be foolish of me to get access to all of what I have had access to in my lifetime and not build systems to create generational wealth for them. So if they're still finding themselves, which we oftentimes see young people doing, if they're still finding themselves, if they're trying to put their feelers out there to figure out what is it that they're called to do, they got time and resources and stuff to be able to figure it out. You know, we have to stop as a community, making money, then we spend all our money, and then the next generation is starting from zero. So then they got to figure it out. They got to make money, and then all they're going to do is what they've seen, right? They want to make money, they want to spend money, and then they die broke, and then the next generation. Like, we got to stop doing that. And so the conversation to me starts where the communities are built, where the community's built. So a lot of people hate that I put a lot of responsibility on church, but yeah, that's where people get a lot of their teaching, right? That's where people get a lot of their community building, etc. And whether it's a congregation of 100 or whether it's a congregation of 100,000, you have a group of people who are there. They're devoted to listening and learning, and you literally could take that beta group or that small group, and you can take them on that journey where you now are taking them on a journey, and you have documented results, and you document every stage of that journey, every stage of the process. So then people are going to see change, right? So even if you have a congregation of 100 people, people are going to see change. They're going to be like, oh, you losing weight, you eating better. Yeah, my body is my temple, right? Oh man, you're not spending money. You're not buying this and buying that no more. Nope. We saving and we investing. We doing, this strategy or that strategy, and so then people start to see change in individuals, and then they want to get close to it because people don't want to feel left behind. So as they start to see change, then more people start to join up inside of the community. We see it here all the time. We see it here all the time. With our community online. Thank you, Auntie Fee. Thank you, Auntie Fee, for the stars. Thank you for the stars. Thank you for the stars. Thank you for the stars. Yay. So yeah. So best friends, I am today for our Muslim friends. Today is the first day of Ramadan. So Ramadan is the holy month. And Ramadan is a time where, for our Muslim community, for members of the Muslim community, you've heard of it. But Ramadan is a time where our friends of the Muslim faith, they forsake food and drink during the time that the sun is up. So for 1 month, their sacrifice to God, their commitment to God is to say, during the daytime until the evening, I will not drink anything. I will not eat anything at all. So it's fasting on a whole nother level. And so, it's more increase in intense prayer. It's a lot more than that. But that's what a lot of people know the holy month of Ramadan to be. And so I was speaking with the young lady that does my eyebrows and stuff. And I was asking her, I said, how are you doing this first day of Ramadan? And she was saying that she's doing well. And she said that it's a constant reminder of everybody who is in the world that's hungry and thirsty. And it's a very humbling experience. And so she said it's easy. She grew up doing it, and it's something that she's done because she's from Pakistan. So she said it's something that she's done since, she was a little girl. But she was just like, it unlocks a whole nother level of discipline. So I was talking to another friend of mine who is a Muslim. And so she was sharing too. She was just saying, she was like, it's a whole nother level of discipline. And she said every single year, by her participating in it, it takes her prayer life to a whole nother level. And so she was just like, she said, she was like, my ability to be able to hear God's voice is second to none after that sacrifice. So I was like, man. So, yep. That is interesting. So, yes, best friends. But I had an interesting day. Oh, another thing that happened to me today. You guys seen the reel where I grabbed something to eat. I went and got something to eat by myself. So you guys seen that reel. And then also another thing I did today was I went to Massage Envy and I had a massage. So Sean gifted me a gift card a couple years ago. Never used it. And then my aunt, for my birthday, blessed me with a gift card from Massage Envy as well. And so when I got that second Massage Envy card, Sean was like, she always talking about she want a massage, but she never used it. So what I did was the day of my birthday when my aunt came over and my grandma came over, and she gave me the card with the Massage Envy gift card inside of it. I literally picked up the phone. I said, I'm not gonna do what I did last time, which is just put the gift card in the cabinet and then say I'm gonna come back to it. I'm gonna actually book the appointment now. So I booked the appointment, and it was today. So I had a massage. I had a 90-minute massage. And let me say, it was amazing. It was an amazing experience. Amazing experience. So I'm super relaxed. That's another reason why I'm sitting here and I'm chill tonight. But it was a really amazing experience, best friends. So yeah. So that has been my day. I'm just skimming the comments. I apologize that I've not been able to really read the comments. They're stuck. So I know I just did an update. I just did an update on my phone. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not. But yeah, but the comments are stuck for me, best friends. I'm not ignoring your comments at all. I would certainly be communicating back to you if I could. I just can't see it. So I'm gonna definitely check the comments out when I look at the replay of the video. I'm not going to keep you guys much longer. I literally just wanted to check in on you guys and just tell you about my day, tell you a little story time. Y'all know I always come with a little story time whenever I can. But as I always tell you guys, keep your notifications on. We have no idea where this journey is taking us. Like I said, I have learned a very valuable lesson. I've learned a very valuable lesson lately, and that's not to pigeonhole myself. Best friend said, Candy, did you see the post that I tagged you in today? I didn't. I haven't really been present with my phone. So if you could do me a favor, if it's something super important, definitely send it to my inbox and I could definitely take a look at it. Best friend said, did you enjoy your lunch? Yes. Probably 90% of it came home. I did enjoy my, I guess it was more like dinner. I enjoyed my dinner. It was really good. I had no idea that the portion sizes were that large, but yeah, so yes. I told Sean, I said, I typically don't eat leftovers, but I got some chicken tenders and fries and stuff in the refrigerator. So yeah, but yeah. So that is it, best friends. That is it. That is all. I love each and every one of you guys, and there's nothing you can do about it. I have the message. I hear the message loud and clear. I do know that this community is much bigger than just me helping you with your business and with your finances. So as God takes me on this journey, and I self-discover exactly what this calling looks like, I ask you guys to continue to be a part of this community, continue to be a part of this journey with me. I have no idea exactly where this is going, or what it is that I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm very intentional about asking for clarity. So I told you guys, it's very interesting that I told you at the beginning of 2023 that we were going to be all about clarity, all about consistency. And so those were the two things that I mentioned before. all about clarity and all about consistency. And so it's interesting that I planted that seed, and then here we sit, right? Where, you know, we're diving deeper into clarity and consistency. So I love you guys. Make sure your notifications are on. And as I always say, the absolute best is yet to come. But baby, we got work to do. Have a good night.